Welcome back, PES fans, to the penultimate stage of Euro 2020. An alternative tournament bracket to the one in reality. All the heavyweights remain. The European Champions Portugal take on Spain, while the World Champions battle the Netherlands, both in London. Meanwhile, comeback kid Kylian Mbappe tops the top goal-scoring chart with 6 goals, surpassing Harry Kane and Ciro Immobile. Welcome to Wembley Stadium for semi-final number 1 of Euro 2020, and up step for defending champions Portugal, who struggled out of their group stage with 2 losses, and more than made up for it in knockouts football, dispatching Belgium and Italy. They've had one of the toughest routes to this semi-final. With the exception of Hungary, nothing but heavy hitters stood in their path. Their neighbours Spain looked wobbly in the group stages too. They were on the ropes to World Cup runners-up Croatia, narrowly avoiding a penalty shootout with them before nearly throwing away a handsome lead against Germany. 3 years ago, a thrilling 3-3 draw in the FIFA World Cup between these two sides. Will this evening's semi-final be just as dramatic? Morata not quite getting the accuracy he needed, but Pepe takes it on the bosom, steering the ship away from the iceberg. Thiago knocks it into the path of Moreno. Here's Ruiz on the edge of the area. It's a light cross in, and it is Sarabia at the far post. Less than 5 minutes. Spain draw the first blood of the Portuguese here at Wembley Stadium. And it's Paris Saint-Germain's Pablo Sarabia, who has been on a tear throughout these knockout stages. Left a couple of scars on that German pride in the quarter-final. A precision pass from Fabian Ruiz at the far post, out of nowhere. It's the first advance of Portugal into Spanish territory. Pereira, Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he spotted it on Gonçalves. It's a perfect finish from Pedro Gonçalves. And it's the perfect start for the neutrals. Goals at either end in the first 10 minutes, and Pedro Gonçalves stands in for João Felix and has justified Fernando Santos's confidence in the young man. Heavy pass from Bruno Fernandes, and Gonçalves does exceptionally well to bring it under control and drives the first knife wound into the Spanish defence. 1-1. And Semedo beats Morata to the ball, who has dropped back deep to help out the Spanish defence. Ronaldo has his tipped over the bar by Simon. Fairly certain Simon was safe, but he'd rather not take the chance. Spain, the first team to successfully defend the European Championship. Portugal have their eyes on becoming the second. Moreno whips one in for Morata, who is completely unmarked. And so far, it's not looking like Portugal are going to accomplish that accolade. The 3-time European champions eyeing up a 4th. Take the lead again. And it's such an easy goal to give away. Alvaro Morata with his 2nd of the competition. Sarabia looking for a 2nd himself, and that was close. Thiago. Ruiz on the edge of the area. Here's Moreno. Brave block from Semedo. Harry Kane still benefited from such a deflection here against France in the round of 16. Thiago takes Spain's corner. Morata fails. It's still alive. Ruiz. Point blank save from Lopez. The ball dropping everywhere in that area apart from the feet of a Portuguese player. Silva switching the play to Gonçalves, and he might be on his own. Ronaldo arrives to back him up, and he slips at the crucial moment. That's uncharacteristic from him. Semedo up the line to Bernardo Silva. Dangerous crossing territory. Ronaldo, what a save from Simon. He has become a predator in that penalty area, only for it to be battered away by Bilbao's Unai Simon. What a save. And Silva reads the overlap of Semedo. Ronaldo finds the wrong side of the goal netting. It was downwards and dangerous. It's too bad the captain reaches this rather early. Pedro Gonçalves switching the play to Silva. Ronaldo Lovely 1-2 to Bernardo Silva. He thumps it with authority. And I think you'll find a ball-shaped dent in that goalpost. 9 minutes left and Spain are clinging on. It's the first time they've advanced in the Portuguese area. And Morata can't make the most out of Diaz's pressure. Llorente. Morata skips over Diaz and he's released Llorente. Llorente to treble the Spanish goal count. He's been squeezed by Pepe in terms of space. Bruno Fernandes. Possibly the last roll of the dice for Portugal. And that could have gone anywhere if not for the eager eye of Simon. Another superb save. Fernandes has found Ronaldo. And he's taken out. And 3 years ago in the dying embers of that game, Ronaldo equalised from the free kick spot. Will it be Cristiano Country? Well, it's on target, but doesn't deceive Simon. Spain have done it. They return to the final of the European Championship for the first time in almost 10 years. France returned to Wembley Stadium for the first time since breaking 80,000 English hearts in the round of 16 on a penalty shootout. It would be the first time the Dutch would touch down here in London in this tournament. The European champions are out. The Netherlands have only won it once, France twice. And it was the second time the French won it that the Netherlands actually defeated them in Amsterdam. 8 years later, they would be thrashed in Bern. France have never beaten the Netherlands in the European Championships. The Dutch are on a mission after missing out on their last 2 tournaments. France, in the meantime, reached the final of both of them. It's time for semi-final number 2 for the honour of facing Spain here at Wembley. Dumfries squeezing in that cross, it's overhit. Or rather, almost perfectly hit. Could have been an accidental goal. De Jong curling it outside the boots up the line. Van Aanholt returns it to Weghorst. Weghorst turns and shoots. It's a well scouted save at the near post by Lloris, but there's great improvisation from the Netherlands. Weghorst is in the form of his life right now. Here's the captain Wijnaldum back to Dumfries. Another good cross from Dumfries. Weghorst. Netherlands lead the world champions. Weghorst winning at Wembley. Goal number 4 for Wout Weghorst. What a role he's been on in these knockout stages. Single-handedly sinking the Czech Republic, washing away Wales, now wounding the world champions France. First corner of the second half for the French and Pogba. Very nearly pounces. What a leap that is from Paul. When Benzema has picked out Mbappe. Mbappe! And he finds the jaw of Daley Blind. He was a Dutch chin away from goal number 7. Pavard slamming on the brakes. Here comes a cross in, dealt with by De Vrij. Griezmann, it ricochets. Rabiot, oh, it's snuck in. And 10 minutes into the second half, France have levelled with the Dutch. It's a different looking French side now coming out of the Wembley Stadium dressing room. They haven't gave the Netherlands an inch in this second half. Pogba is thrown up to Griezmann. Griezmann looking for Benzema. And just 2 minutes later, it's Karim Benzema to flip the scoreline on its head. It's such a similar comeback to the Switzerland game in reality. 2 minutes of madness from the world champions. Let's see this time if they can hold on to the lead. Benjamin Pavard, cross out of nowhere, and Benzema bombing in that 6-yard box. Pogba, it goes short to Mbappe. Back to Pavard. Mbappe carries on through, and it's off the post. It's hunting season now for the French. Weghorst doesn't have the pace to carry it all the way up the flank. He has to take on Kimpembe first. Depay, he's surrounded by blue shirts. Memphis Depay, he's taking a trip. Penalty! Referee awards the penalty to the Dutch. It seemed to everybody this was outside the area. It's only just inside. Memphis Depay can get goal number 5. Oh, it's only just gone in. Memphis Depay, with balls bigger than basketballs, has drawn semi-final number 2 level with a flamboyant penalty. And that marks goal number 5 for the new Barcelona boy, a Panenka, sending Luis the opposite way. Class. De Jong keeps the momentum rolling. Wijnaldum. Oh, Weghorst is broken away. He can get his brace. Luis comes out quicker than a hiccup. Mbappe or Griezmann. Looks like it's going to be the French Prince, but it's scouted by Citizen. Corner from Griezmann, swung it. Tolisso with a volley on the edge of the area. 1 minute left of added time. Probably one last chance for the Dutch before extra time looms. Here's Marley. Square to Darun, and look at the surging run of Ronaldo. He's 1-on-1. He's nailed it down the middle. The Netherlands surely reunited with Spain for the first time since 2010 at Wembley Stadium on Sunday evening. Almost certainly the last kick of the game, and look at that orange ocean. It rocked like a tidal wave across the stadium and underneath the glowing arch. A classic counter-attack of Dutch death. Art imitates life as France have thrown away their comeback, just as they did against Switzerland. They've done it here against the Dutch. And some things never change. Another loss for France against the Netherlands at the European Championships. Netherlands beat the world champions France. They will take on Spain in the final. Spain and the Netherlands reaching victory in normal time, earning themselves slightly more rest before they collide at Wembley Stadium for a final time in the final. Memphis Depay and Gerard Moreno remain the last 2 live top goal scorers, Kylian Mbappe failing to add on to his 6-goal tally. So PES fans, a reunion of the 2010 World Cup final. It is Spain versus the Netherlands. Sunday, July the 11th, 8 hours before the real final commences. Goal of the tournament will go live on Thursday, so keep an eye out for that episode. So, 2 Euro 2020 finals on the same day. In our alternative universe, who do you think will lift that big silver trophy under the Wembley Arch on Sunday? Let me know below, and thank you for watching.